For a laughter-filled Valentine's Day, well, the comedy show My Funny Valentine, featuring comedians Pat Hazel and Amy Barnes, is headed to the Jones Center as part of their Center Stage comedy series. And Pat is here with us now. Thanks for joining us, Pat.
It's a pleasure. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Yes.
I have something for Mackenzie. Would you rather have candy or jewelry?
Jewelry.
It's the same either way. Look at that.
Oh, Pat, you
Yes.
should have. Thank you.
It comes
I
bearing
love
gifts.
it.
I love it. You know how to weave your way into the hearts of this show, I tell
Yes,
you.
and it's so there.
Well,
Yes.
wear it around your neck and then just eat it as you go.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
How long you been performing, Pat?
Oh boy, I started right out of high school. I was like a little card trick guy. I did magic and juggling on the streets in Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow.
But I have been in this area over the years many times at various performing arts centers.
Sure.
And comedy is a super fun gig to have.
Yeah.
I don't have to dress up like Yerpo, right?
That's right.
But if you did,
Because
can
If
you
I
imagine?
did.
So what can people expect out at your show? What kind of comedy would you say you do?
Well, first of all, it's broadcast friendly.
Okay,
so
good.
Just so you know, it doesn't get too crazy or racy.
Good.
I'm with Amy Barnes, who's a hilarious comedian out of Seattle, and she does some musical comedy, plays songs and that sort of thing. But we're both kind of spending our focus tonight on Valentine's Day on romance, courtship, dating, marriage, divorce, anything that sort of relates to affairs of the heart. And she kind of takes the female inside look, and
Yeah.
I have the male playbook a little bit, which is never, getting inside that isn't. Like when my parents buy gifts now, they're so practical that my dad will take my mom to the card store, like Hallmark, and pick a card out, hand it to her, she reads it, puts it back in the rack, and then they go out to lunch. Like, that's their Valentine's
That's
Day.
it.
Yeah.
And you save
respect that.
$5.
Yeah. I would say, warning to all, don't use a coupon tonight. Like, that sends a bad,
Yeah,
message.
bad
Good
vibes.
tip.
No, I
Yeah.
get
Good
that.
tip.
So with this show, how are you where are you drawing inspiration from?
Well, it's mostly truth. I'm divorced, so I thought I was a catch, but it turns out I'm a catch and release, right? So I have a different point of
see.
view than
Okay.
Amy does, who's been long married. But we both have kids. It's kind of nice that we're not married because then we can say what we want. at
Right.
any
Right.
time. One of the really fun things tonight is that we have cards in the lobby so people can write down any questions they want. And then at the end of the show, we answer these anonymous questions. And we've gotten some crazy, somebody wrote, can you tell me how to get my wife to do the dishes naked?
Oh.
And I said, well, what you want to do is put on some soft music, right? Light some candles and draw a warm bath. When she lowers into the tub, you throw the dishes in.
You just
You know what I mean?
Gee,
And-
come
See?
on, folks, get your notebooks,
It's all
write
about
this down.
economy with you. You're bringing the necklace that's also the candy.
So
You're doing the dishes
practical.
while you're in the
It's just,
bathtub.
yeah. It is interesting, though, that these questions kind of create a little improv for us, right?
Sure.
We've both
Yeah.
done some stand-up. The audience already likes us. And at the point that we have to take these questions, I mean, occasionally we'll have to read a question and say, we can't say this out loud.
Yes.
Because
God.
people writing anonymously leads to a lot of
Sure, I can
unusual
imagine.
things. But
Yes. Have you ever seen people in the audience when you read the question out being like, he wrote that or she wrote that?
no,
I know
but
that
you
was
can usually, it's typically the writer doesn't want anybody to know who they are. But if you kind of ask a question or two, you can smoke them out.
Yeah,
you know.
you can smoke them out and figure
yeah.
them out.
What would your question be?
Oh, I don't know. I like the question that you had earlier.
How do I become as beautiful as my co-host?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're
Is
talking
that
about
what it
me.
would
That's
be?
your
Oh,
question.
wait, what?
Okay, great.
Hold
Perfect.
on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fill us in.
So how can we get tickets tonight? What are the details?
I will tell this, they can come right to the place, but if you want today to secure something, you go to the jonescenter.net, and there's a 6 o'clock show and an 8 o'clock show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's super fun. You can go to dinner before or after, depending on which you
I love
prefer.
that. Offering two in the same night. That's great.
Yeah. You know what? I have not been there myself yet. This will
Yeah.
be my first visit to the Jones Center.
Cool.
But they started this center comedy series.
Yeah, Center Stage Comedy Series.
Yeah, and I have sent a number of friends, and they've reported back.
Okay.
They've said that they had a good time. The audience is really great.
Great.
And yeah. So super fun, a little laughter ever after kind of thing.
love
Yes,
it. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes.
Definitely need to head
Bring
out
your
there tonight.
sense of humor. Bring your questions. You
Yeah.
know, bring your kids. Whatever you want.
Yes. For your kids, maybe.